This is a test of the Boundary Park alert system.
I give it up for Lent. Hello.
Good evening.
Welcome to the Latics.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Good evening, guys. Welcome to the Latics Football Phone-In.
Hello. Welcome.
It's a very, very chilly Wednesday night.
It's freezing cold. Have you put the link in the chat?
No, if you just press paste, it should be there already.
Beef paste.
We were singing that, weren't we? The beef paste
All
song.
over your face. Yeah. So it's cold. It's dark. It's Matthew's underpants. No, it's the winter weather is hit Oldham, but another 4-0.
Another 4-0.
Another win. We're climbing up the table.
Emphatic on Saturday, wasn't it?
I wouldn't. Well, no, because England were emphatically beaten by South Africa. But yeah, I
Didn't put you off though. It's not put you off the ruggers.
Oh, never.
No.
Wow.
You know they're never going to accept you, don't you? Not really.
They've accepted
No,
me.
they don't. They won't. You'll just be a northern oik to them.
Northern oik.
Related to David Oik.
David Oik. David Oik. The lizard man.
Yeah. Welcome to Conspiracy Theories
with
Matt Dave and David Oik.
David Oik. Yeah. There we go.
Can we get some comments in the
chat?
In the chat. Good evening, Bob.
There's Keith Malloy.
Keith, who keeps thinking I'm called Mark. Good evening, Mark and Sexy
Mark.
Dave.
Yeah.
What the Rochdale game is on. Heavy rain on Saturday could be waterlogged. If the game is on, Norwood and Stone must start. Steve Stone. Former Notts Forest and England midfielder, I believe. Bob missed the game Saturday due to illness. Watched it on the TV.
Good stuff.
Good. Big bad Bob. Oh.
Evening all.
Evening all. Presumably he's driving around.
Or a policeman
in his tank.
Yeah, and Chris Stringer.
Chris Stringer. Good evening, lads. It's hit France too. Brass Monkeys here today. Freezing.
Yeah, my old fella said it was freezing at Latics on Saturday.
It wasn't as cold as I thought it was going to be.
It's going to be cold on.
Yeah, I'm glad that the Tuesday night game is next Tuesday, not this Tuesday. Yeah, no, it's a nice shirt, that, isn't it?
It is.
Who was that? Hallworth's.
Gerard. Because it was.
Is it match worn?
Yeah.
Well, they both wore it, didn't they?
Yeah. Because it was.
They used to share.
Yeah. It is the Paul Gerard / John Hallworth.
I heard that John Hallworth now is a wholesaler in Home Firth, but
Hallworth's Home Firth wholesalers.
Yeah.
Well, we're trying to get him on the show. He's ignoring all my calls at present, but you never know, guys.
He's not the only. He's not the only one. So here we are enjoying another football phone-in. Well, hopefully. What have we got coming up, Dave? We've got the big question.
The big question is, what is your favourite memory from Oldham Athletic versus Rochdale? So your favourite memory, keep them clean, please. If Gary Amelia is listening, I don't know about the bee's knees or the candle lights.
I do.
Yeah, well, maybe we do.
Yeah. So, what's your favourite Rochdale memory? What Rochdale away memory specifically?
Yeah.
We would like you, now, before you all start putting these in the comments, we would like you to click the link that's in the comments and come and tell us, ideally.
And just to answer your question, Bob Isaacs, no, I'm not selling it because it took me about 3 or 4 years to get the good guy to sell it to me who sold it to me. But I'm not going to tell you his name because he has a few more shirts than I want. But yeah, that's how it is. So yeah,
insider trade.
Do your research. Yeah, insider trade. Not Nick Leeson. Anyway, let's get.
Oh, we've also got Dave. Don't forget facts about Rochdale. Presumably, Barry had some kind of block nose.
Actually,
must have had a great
Vicks,
time trying
yeah.
Vicks or something like that.
Great day.
It was a great day. Well, nothing
Nothing
feels better than clearing out your sinuses, Dave, especially if you're struggling a bit, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
You know.
Yeah.
So thanks for that recommendation. I like Otravine is my go-to for blocked sinuses. Dave does the job every time.
Yeah.
And you have to sniff it. So presumably,
Yeah.
that's
Well, there you go.
What Barry meant.
Good old Barry. Right. We have got some callers. Finally.
Yes.
Should we get them in?
Yes.
Go on then.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were doing it while I was scratching my nose.
Sorry. Okay. You're scratching your nose. That old chestnut. You're Barry, aren't you? Ibby, talk to me.
Good evening, sexy Dave. I'm out.
Good evening, Ibby.
You all right, mate?
I'm okay. The weather's appalling.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not the best, but it'll be gone by weekend. So hopefully the game will be on.
Yeah, guys, I'm looking forward to Saturday. But I thought the 4-0 result against Tamworth was brilliant. It's nice to see Norwood bugging 3 goals. I hope it does him good now, and he goes into other games firing goals, because that's what we need from him.
Well, yeah, it was nice to see him do an interview as well, wasn't it? It brought, as I think Ryan said on the pod, it humanised him a little bit. It made him seem not as, what's the word? Not arrogant, a bit standoffish with the fans. He seemed part of the team. He seemed part of the journey. He seemed on board with what the team's wanting to do this season, which is really, really, really good to see. Scoring 3 goals before half time is even better to see. So that match sharpness might be coming back, considering he's missed all that pre-season.
He did say, didn't he, Ibby, that he was not quite back up to full fitness in the interviews since he missed pre-season.
Yeah, I was absolutely happy with the interview. It was very rare to even listen to his voice, and I do believe what he's saying, and it's good that he's being honest. But on Saturday, he was outstanding, and he's got my full support, and hopefully he'll start banging the goals in regularly, because it's a teamwork, Matt. We can't rely on one person goal scoring.
No, I mean, I think a lot of fans have been saying it for a while, that he needs good footballers around him. I think obviously everyone plays better when they play with good footballers, but he needs the intelligence of the players around him to matches. And Stones has got that. Stones is an intelligent footballer. You've obviously got Klukas now in the team. You've got Conlon in the team. They're all better footballers than what he were playing with last season. And even the defenders. I mean, I really like the way that the defence got forward on Saturday. Ogle in the middle, just running forward. Like he did that one big, like Paul Walrus used to do, just running through the middle with the ball. And same with Will Sutton winning us the penalty. The whole team is pushing higher up the pitch. And that's good for Norwood, because it means he can stay in the box. Whereas before he was dropping really deep, weren't he? And he needs to be in the box. He said it himself. He's a 6-yard penalty area player, and that's where he needs to be.
Yeah, and he's left foot, right foot, header. You know, it's all good. It's all good. The confidence will build with him, and hopefully, you know, the fans will sort of see that he's on the journey with us, rather than it being the Norwood show. And there seems to be massive improvements in his attitude. But,
yeah, it's nice to see, guys, and it was his hat-trick after 11 years.
Was it really?
First hat-trick for 11 years?
Yeah, if you read the story after the match report by All the Times, it says in that after 11 years he got a hat-trick, and I was a bit surprised.
Wow. Well, they're not, you know, unless you're Erling Haaland, it's not something that people do every other game, is it? It's not an easy achievement. I mean, it is an achievement. It's not an easy thing to do. But yeah, it was really good. And look, I mean, that turn from Josh Stones, I only wish Josh Lundstrom, with too many Joshes in the team, was superb. Just before the penalty was won, I wish he'd have had a shot. You know, just because that would have been some goal, but he's playing like a different player. And that front three, I think we'll go to Rochdale on Saturday, and I think that's how we'll play. I don't think we'll treat the game against Rochdale like we did against Barnet. I think it's a different animal. I think, you know, there's going to be nearly 3,000 Latics fans there. We're going to be demanding that we go and win the game, and we've got nothing to fear from Rochdale. So I think it'll be a really attacking formation. Pretty much the same team as we played on Saturday, I think.
Do you just want us to go for it a bit on Saturday? Not like the display we showed against Barnet, where it was a bit defensive and trying to get the game.
Never mind about it.
Dave, it will be a tricky game, but we have to go for it. And I thought Josh Kay was good. He took his goal well. But one player is starting to impress me is Jake. Is it Caprius? I can't pronounce his second name. Sorry. Yeah,
Caprice was brilliant on Saturday.
Honestly, I'm really taking to that lad very seriously because he's always booming up the line. And what I like about him is talking to his teammates, telling them what to do, this and that experience we were lacking last season.
Yeah, the signings have been brilliant, haven't they? I mean, do you remember? I think was it against Solihull when we lost, and he had an absolute stinker, Caprice, and it was like, what?
Yeah,
and it was really weird because his performance levels have always been pretty consistent, but yeah, on the way that he was putting the ball in the box, and like you said, there's more to his game than just his crossing ability. It's another really good signing for Mellon, and obviously he's worked with him before, so he knows what he's going to get. So
I believe that we will be up there this season because we've started very good. We're on a good little run, and let's hope it continues. And I've got full faith in Mickey Mellon's. If he loses on Saturday, you won't be hearing me say Mellon out because that it doesn't work like that, guys. Because we're up there behind his results. He's the manager, and he is doing something which is very nice to see. And there are a lot of the players are very smiling. When you go training ground, they're always working very hard. They're smiling. They speak to you, and it's just the atmosphere around the place is much different than how it was a few months back, which is very nice. And Mickey Mellon will even say that.
Well, that's the thing, Gibby. I mean, winning games of football, I mean, you have to work hard. You have to knuckle down and you have to do the hard things when it's not working well. And that's what it was like last season. And it took a little bit of time to get going this season. But now people are winning games. Now we're winning games. People are happy. And the hard work is paying off, but there's a lot more hard work to do. You know, we're not even out of November yet.
Well, Andy went on about it on the pod, changing the culture, and it's a slow process. But now you can see that the ship is turning, and the culture seems to be right, doesn't it? There was a big overhaul of the backroom staff, as we've discussed. He wanted the standards to be higher and greater. Obviously, that's worked, hasn't it, so far? Because you can see the results on the pitch, and obviously, little steps creates bigger strides, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, here Kevin says about he got all the crap out. Be respectful to the players who were here before. Some of them just weren't up to the standard, and they'll go off and they'll do whatever they do elsewhere. But the standards that Mickey Mellon expects, and that the club expects, and that the money that's going in demands, and the fans demand is. He's brought in the right players.
He's not settling for mediocrity, is he? That's the thing.
Well, the whole club now is going to win the league, isn't it, Ibi? I mean, that's the aim. Do you think we've got enough to win the league?
I think we can do it seriously if we can go on a bit more good run. And what do you make about the Tamworth manager's bizarre interview after the game? I was laughing my head. I almost fell off my chair.
Well, I was obviously Twickenham, and I saw the interview with the manager before I saw the result of the highlights, and I thought it was like a really close, hard-fought game. But if you look at the stats, look at the goals, and the amount of shots that we had, it was just like, what game are you? But obviously they're trying to build confidence with their players, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? It's not to give them an hard time or dig them out. So yeah, you can't really say that it was a close game when you got. You're 3-0 down at half time.
There was nothing close about that game. Nothing close about it at all.
Yeah, guys, thank you very much for having me on.
Cheers, Ibe.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, let another caller jump on. Thanks a lot. All the best.
See you next week,
Cheers,
mate.
pal.
Bye.
Top lad,
Ibe. Dave, you look like Mark Crosley in that old keeper shirt, apparently.
Well,
Okay.
Get out.
This has been causing a little bit of controversy. The York game being changed at the time.
I think it's cool. I'm cool with it.
I mean, it's at home for us, so it doesn't really matter too much. There's no public transport.
Imagine if it was away.
Yeah, but there's no public transport on Boxing Day anyway. So you've either got to drive or you've got to get one of the coaches. So it don't really make that much difference, does it?
And they're from Yorkshire, so I don't really care.
So I mean, for me, it means that we can get in and pub and a few more pints beforehand. You know, Boxing Day.
Boxing Day bonanza.
So I'm not asked me, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and just for the record, I will not be interviewing Mickey Mellon after the game that day because I'll be pissed. Yeah, I might do.
You could take him a mince pie, couldn't you?
Beef mince pie.
Beef pie. Beef pie.
Beef pie.
Another before we move on to the next caller, that Clucas Stubby in the centre of the pitch, it was great. It was a great ball, great awareness. Just left it. They went to Caprice.
I've been giving him a few tips.
Yeah,
of
how to not touch the football.
Exactly. Look busy,
which you're very good at.
Yeah, yeah. More comments.
Yeah. Should we try speaking to Daryl, because last week it was very unsuccessful. But what's it going to be like this
Comedy
week?
Corner.
Let's go. Are we ready?
Good evening.
Whee!
Good evening.
Yeah, but
Can you hear me now? Yeah, I can hear you.
you. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I've got some new buds.
Ah, lovely. Well,
so anyway, Rochdale memories. The 3-0 were a good one. What are you laughing at, Dave?
He doesn't know.
Sorry.
The 3-0 one's probably the best one for me. We beat them 3-0. My 4-3 last season, that.
Yeah.
That were all right. But anyway, I don't think I'd like to see how we're going to win on Saturday, but I think we will probably set up for a draw. Because if you look at Rochdale's form, and they're not a bad team.
I don't know, I think he's going to go. He's got to go out for leather for that, because I tell you what, they will be absolutely.
Yeah, I get what you're saying with 3,000 Latics fans there.
Yeah.
And they'll be fired up and all that, but I really don't want to lose to Rochdale.
I know, but I can't see it. I don't think so. I think that the game is they've lost 3 of the last 5, right? So they're not on great. They're not on a great run of form. They're, from what I only saw the one game, we've got Rochdale fan in the comments here, so you might want to give us a shout, give us a call and just give us a bit of info on Rochdale, because we don't really get to see them very often. But when I saw them against Southend, I thought that they looked like they like getting it forward, they like knocking it about, but they look pretty susceptible on the break, and so I don't think we'll settle to beat them on the break. I think it will treat it like a home game, because with the fans and the noise and all that, it's like a home game anyway when we go to Rochdale.
Well, yeah,
we won't go for the draw. I can't see it. I can't.
Well, at home, I really don't want to draw. I want to win. Of course I do.
But I don't think the mindset from Mickey Mouse. I think they'll go for it. I think it'll be a go there to win and play. I don't. There's no way. I don't think that they'll play like they did at Barnet with 1 up front and then the front 3 really spread out. It wasn't potent enough.
I think the thing, but what might go in our favour is Rochdale like to knock it about, and that might open the game up. And we've got players that can destroy people if they open the game up. You've got Lundstrom, you've got Clucas. That type of players love an open game. And they'll just just go right through them.
Rochdale Boothie here said he's never seen Rochdale beat Oldham at Spotland and can't see it happening on Saturday if it goes ahead.
I think the pitch is going to be a big factor on Saturday, depending on what the conditions are going to be like. But I think we can play the long ball. We can play
more direct. Well, we do anyway. That's how a game is, a mixture of direct and.
But we can deal with the long ball against us as well if they, like that. Devante Rodney is a good player, and I think with Bannymouth and Raglan, I think Raglan was rested against Tamworth. Was that the view? He
picked up an injury, didn't he, in the game?
Yeah, he had a calf niggle.
He's definitely rested him, hasn't he?
Well, I'm not bothered anyway because I think Ogle did a great job. I think Sutton did really well on. I think that we've got a solid back three, whichever we play of the three.
Sutton played brilliant. Sutton was brilliant.
Yeah,
I agree.
Great game at centre half. Absolutely brilliant.
Good
Took a
player.
lot of stick last season and this season, but he's a good player in that position.
Well, because that's his position, isn't
What I like now, the main thing that I like now about our team or our squad, we've got cover in every single position, and we've got good cover. It's not like we'll have to put him on now. It's like them subs on Saturday when he took 3 off and put 3 on, you're thinking, well, 3 quality going on, 3 quality have come off. And that's the difference between us and a lot of the other teams in this league. Come near the end of the season, a lot of the lesser clubs, if you like, and that's no disrespect, it's a fact, they haven't got cover in the squads. Like your Barnet, I don't think they've got the cover as we've got. Possibly York, I don't know what they've got. Get injuries, suspensions, we've got cover in every single position to see us through that kind of stuff. So I think that will play in our favour at the end of the season, or coming to the end of the season, if you want, after Christmas.
Just one thing I was thinking about is that because we've won one, drawn one, we've lost 2 all season. Players are on a win bonus, and if we keep on getting these good results all the time, do you know what I mean? They'll be wanting to be in that squad, so there'll be healthy competition for places. Now, I don't think that was the case last season because we were so inconsistent with our results. I think that's a big factor. You've got Raglan, you've got Sutton, you've got Ogle. If one of them has a dip in the performance, there's someone, as you said, now to come straight in and get that win and get that win bonus as well. Do you know what I mean? It's a goal bonus as well.
Hudson, you've got Hudson as well at the back. Hudson as well at the back.
We've got an update from Keith.
All quality players.
Apparently, sorry, Darryl. Apparently, Raglan picked up an injury in training last Thursday. He's gone for a scan and will be out for at least 2 weeks. Don't think he'll be racing until Wealdstone game. So
interesting.
The thing is, Raglan's a great player. He's a different player from last season, certainly.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
But if he can't play, put Sutton in, or you put Hudson in. It's not a massive loss, is it?
It'll be a bigger test on Saturday against Rochdale than it was against Tamworth.
Yeah.
That definitely. But I'm not worried about our back three, whether it's
I'm not.
Whether it's this
Monty.
three or
Monty is just like,
oh, he's brilliant, isn't he?
It's like I watch him on telly because I can't get to it yet. Obviously, you know, but watch him on telly, you can see him better on telly, and he just pushes everybody away from the ball. He's just that big and strong, and you just think, bleeding hell, he's a good player. I like him.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and I think the difference also this season, apart from having the good players in, they've got that camaraderie and they've got that togetherness, and you can see it on the pitch. Last season, didn't see anything like that. They're all playing for each other and they're playing for the manager, and you can see it every game now, which is fantastic. I love it. It's not quite the Joe Royal days, but you know, it's getting there. It's getting there, and I think that'll keep us in good stead for the end of the season as well. I honestly think we can go on and win the league. I really do. I think there's no reason why not.
Yeah,
there's no reason why not.
I agree, Darryl. We're definitely, because you know we had to. The season is a third of the way through now. We've not played everybody yet, but by the end of the next month we will have, and we'll have got to see everybody. The team that really looked like, you know, Forest Green were probably the best team we played, and we beat them. Yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah, and we beat them, and we looked. We rode our luck. We did ride our luck against Forest Green, but we came out with a result. So again, it's breeding confidence, gaining momentum every single week, isn't it? And that's great. You can't
like that. And when luck's on your side, it's going your way. You'll go the games with absolutely passive teams and do well.
We've nothing to fear now. We've played Gateshead, we've played Forest Green. We haven't lost to those two. Who else is it that's up there? Barnet didn't beat us.
Yeah.
So I mean, all right, we've a couple of. You're always going to get these anomalies, these older shots and Solio games and things like that, but we've nothing to fear from any of them, and we'll see what on Boxing Day.
I'm not.
Game.
I'm not saying we're not going to lose games because we are, but I don't think we'll lose that many, and I don't think we'll lose as many as the teams around us.
I don't think we're going to lose many either. 100%.
No.
Right, give us your prediction. Give us your prediction, mate, for Saturday.
Saturday. I would like another 3-0. I don't think their defence can cope with Norwood and Fondop and Lucas and all them kind of people.
Well, we will see, won't we? We've got a few more callers, mate, but thanks for calling in. We really appreciate it, pal.
Yeah,
Thank
good
you.
to be able to talk to you this time.
Cheers.
No worries. I've got my ears sorted eventually.
Thanks.
See you later, pal.
Cheers, Carol. Take care. Bye-bye.
Right, so we've still got our facts about.
Sorry.
Yeah. We still got our facts about Rochdale to come.
I think that is a Rochdale fan who's in the queue as well. So
is it?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, before that.
It's hot to merch, sexy merch. It's hot to merch. It's sexy, sexy, sexy merch.
Visit weareoldham.co.uk/shop now to see our brand new range of hot, sexy merch.
It's hot to merch, sexy merch. It's hot to merch. It's sexy, sexy, sexy merch.
So
you know what? I was chatting to someone, on X the other day. It said that he skips forward when he hears the adverts come on. But we've got the best adverts out there.
He's a fool.
I mean, come on.
I know, guys. Come on.
It's quality. I rewind it, listen to it again. Jenny was saying she agrees about our strong squad, but not sure about cover for Hudson. That is a worry in it potentially.
I've seen Maloney in the games, the National League Cup. He looks a very, very good shot stopper, commands his area very well.
He's quite short, isn't he?
He is. He's a bit Gary Kelly-esque, to be fair, but he likes crosses, so not very Gary Kelly-esque. So
he's a Christian.
No.
He likes crosses.
He comes for crosses, whereas Gary Kelly used to stay on his line. Gary Kelly. Right,
well,
anyway.
That lad from Dorking was only a short keeper, wasn't he? He was quite good, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's at York now.
Is he?
Yeah. I did say that in the group chat. We should have said it. Well, anyway. Yeah.
Okay. Shall we go to Shropshire?
Shropshire.
Hiya, Adrian.
Hello, guys. How you doing?
All right. How are you?
Adrian, what's your favourite?
I'm wine guzzling.
Oh, very nice.
Wine guzzling. Wine guzzling you've got. Well done.
What's your favourite Oldham versus Rochdale memory?
I think it's got to be last year. It's fantastic. I mean, I've been away for a while. I'm not around the pump, so I want to speak to you about that. No, last year it's fantastic. I mean, I came across that in the cemetery. Are you going to say you did the cemetery again? Great pub. Used to be Bollinson's pub. Great Bollinson's pub. I hallucinated in that pub back in 1979. That's my memory. It's too much information. I mean, last year it was fantastic. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to get a ticket because we're a bit better last year. It's shit.
Yeah.
Can
you hear about
Adrian, it's a bit echoey where you are. Could you just bring your maybe go somewhere it's a little less echoey, or bring your phone nearer a little bit? That's a bit better. Try again.
How's that?
Miles better. Better. Go on.
Yeah.
Is it? I'm just moving now. Yeah. Okay. You got away then. So So my favourite memory is last year. Actually, unfortunately I haven't managed to get a ticket for this year, which is a bit disappointing. I want to talk. It's one of the reasons I wanted to phone in tonight about tickets for seeing on, because I think we're really. I don't want to talk about football because the football is absolutely fantastic. I watch it from Belgium every weekend. I go up to Oldham as many times as I can.
Yeah.
But if I'm not at Boundary Park, I'm in Belgium watching it.
Yeah.
And and the football, you can't say it. The only one thing I'm going to say is that what's happened to Sean Hobson? Is he still with the club?
He's still
And was he any good?
He broke his foot, mate.
No. Sorry?
He broke his foot in the National League Cup against Stoke City. So he's
injured.
He's not a contender for quite some time now.
He'll probably be back in January. January, I'd said. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, because I thought he was quite good last year. He got a bit bad.
Adrian, about Hobson is he's a good defender. He's a good tackler. He's a good header of the ball. He's not a brilliant with the ball, especially now compared to Ogle, Monte, and Sutton. I would say are all much better with the ball.
It's the distribution.
He's more of a he'll get in there, win your headers, win your tackles.
Tony Adams, get it, win it, get rid of it, sort of thing. Boot it upfield.
Yeah, but if you're talking about strength and depth, it'd be good to have him back on board there, wouldn't it? Because I thought he was quite a good player, actually. I thought he was a good player.
His timing is that of Craig Fleming. You know what I mean? He could time a tackle superbly well.
Especially a last ditch tackle.
Yeah,
really, really good. Yeah,
he won't let someone just run past him and just Scott. He'll always stick his foot out, and he usually gets there. Do you know what I mean? And he's marking as well. He's outstanding.
He does well in those big sort of like aerial tussles.
He does the dirty work. He does the dirty work well.
He does. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So moving on, what I wanted to talk about is I just wanted to talk about tickets for Oldham games. Because I think we're going. I agree with people on the pod that we're going places. I think without doubt we're going places, and I'm just worried for the future for a lot of supporters who aren't actually around Oldham and don't have season tickets. What's going to happen to when it takes off? What's going to happen to these people? Are they going to be able to get
what I would say about that is not to worry too much, because we're in the National League now, and that means that the stadiums that we're going to are pretty small. The away once we're up into League 2 and League 1, you go into much bigger grounds with much bigger ticket allocation potential than what we've got down here. So, and it's not. All right, the Tranmere game and the Rochdale game. Rochdale's is a different away game than any other. We sell that. It's like a home game. It's very rare that season ticket holders snap up all the tickets for an away game, but it happens against Rochdale. So I think once we get out of this division, it won't be so much of an issue, to be honest.
No, but my point is Matt, there's been a lot of people who've been to the ship games, who've been to the away games, who've been to as many games as they can. And as we get successful, they're going to get crowded out. I think they'll get crowded out, and I think the club. This might be something for the trust, for the foundation. Sorry, I think it might be something. A membership scheme. I would sign up for a membership scheme, because you can't. What's going to happen to the Oasis guys? They might get crowded out as soon as Oldham sort of come out of the blocks and they're doing really well. What's going to happen to those guys who want to get a ticket? What's going to happen to the guys who go to as many games as they possibly can? I think something should they should consider it anyway. I think they should consider it, because I'm worried about that.
I don't know. There's always going to be a limited number of away tickets. I don't think
maybe away season tickets potentially, like Nottingham Forest do, Leeds do it.
Millwall I'm not just talking about away. I'm talking about at home as well.
I don't think we've got too much to worry about in that regard.
At the moment at max, isn't it? 8,000. Probably, hopefully, we can get a bump. This is the opportunity for everyone to come up on Boxing Day if you can. Obviously, the R5 kickoff is you've got to get it sorted out.
Well, I'm coming up on that same subject. I booked a hotel in Manchester. I was a bit disappointed that it's gone to R5, and I was a bit sort of concerned that there's no public transport. But I'm coming up for that one. I'll be coming up for that one, and I'd like to go as many as I can, but I really do think that there should be a kind of what do you think about a membership scheme for people who don't live in Oldham? But there's a big diaspora out there. There's lots of Oldham supporters out there who can't get to the games all the time. Who go to as many games as they can. and they've been through thick and thin, and I just think that they should be. There should be some mechanism where they are actually recognised.
I mean, ultimately, it's first come, first serve, isn't it? And season ticket holders currently get first dibs. You've automatically got a ticket for the game, and because I understand if you live away from home, away from Oldham, you can't get to every home game. Then it doesn't make sense to buy a season ticket and things like that.
There could be, with the time of austerity, there's some fans who live down south who are probably a bit more well off than people up north. You could buy a season ticket, potentially do a loan scheme where you could give it to a home fan who hasn't got the money or something like that, and then potentially use the ticket for your away games. I don't know, or there may be an option for. I don't know.
Maybe Andy Halliwell could buy everyone a season ticket.
Andy Halliwell has got the resources.
Well, he's got 4. Hasn't he? He's got 4. So they can share all with. I chip in. But let me just.
When he comes to the game, he wears a coat and he does this, and he shows all the season tickets that he's bought on the inside of his jacket, his silk line jacket,
and his Conservative Party T-shirt.
Yeah, I can just see it taking off, and I just think that all those Oldham fans who went through thick and thin, wherever they're from, they shouldn't be excluded. And I think there should be a mechanism whereby maybe a membership or something, a second tier.
I think as the success grows, then there may be some consideration down there, but it's still early days. It's the first time we've looked capable of actually winning the league, doing really well. So,
even when we
small steps, isn't it? I think
when we were in Division 2 and we were like, we never got. I don't know what our average crowd was that season, but I think it was probably around about 12,000 or something when we were like up winning when we won the league in 1991. Like before that, the home crowds in the old Division 2 weren't great. We've never really had massive home crowds, massive home attendances. So you'd have to wait and see if we got to the championship. What would our crowds be? Would we sell out in 8? How many season tickets would we sell? I don't know, but that'll be a nice position to be in. And what we want is supply and demand. We want the ground to then get bigger, and we'd be in division. In a division where we've got 5,000 away.
I understand that, Matt. But they've got. The improvements to the fans bar. You can see the club is actually incrementally. And we all say this. It's just growing and growing and growing. And I'd just like to think that. Once it's got to a level where it's sort of at capacity, then the people who've been there, seen it, done it, aren't excluded. And I just think there should be a mechanism for embracing those people. I'm just blowing the trumpet for all those who aren't sort of who are distant from Boundary Park. That's where I'm coming from.
Well, I say just move back to Oldham, get a season ticket.
So move back to Oldham, stop moaning. Move back to Oldham, stop moaning.
Move back to Oldham, stop moaning, and shut up. That's my advice.
That's the Keir Starmer approach. Anyway, let's not, shall we?
Anyway, what's your prediction for Saturday then? Go on, you two, what do you reckon?
I don't do them. I can't because every time I get it wrong. So
come on.
I think we're going to win. I do think we'll win. It's very hard to predict because it's a derby. Like the last 2 seasons we played, we won 1-0 a couple of seasons ago, and last season was 4-3. So it just goes to show they're either sort of really cagey and there's the odd goal in it, or they're a basketball match. These kind of games. So I think it's hard to predict. I think we're the ones on form. I'm going to go for something like 3-1 to Latics. I think I've seen that up in the comments as well, but I think that's a good. Yeah, it was Jenny who said 3-1 to us on Saturday. So I can see us getting a few. I'll take 1-0. Not bothered.
My sporting attendances over the last 3 weeks at Twickenham have resulted in a loss. So I hope my hoodoo has left itself in Richmond where I was staying because
I say what, Dave. You give me your season ticket, you can move down to Twickenham,
Yeah, you bugger off down there.
Well, give me sell your house, give me the money, and no problem. That's a deal, mate. You can have my season ticket for your house any day of the week, and I'll do the phoning from Shropshire or Richmond or wherever it may be. I'll be the new Andy Halliwell.
He mustn't be watching.
I do think that this game at the weekend though is massive because I think if we can get through this one, because I think it's the biggest one. You know, if we can get through this game and we get some points off it, get 3 points off that, and then we're sailing into the York game. And I really do think that.
Yeah,
you know,
the York game is the biggest game, I think. But
anything can happen in a derby, though, can't it? So it's just always at the back of my mind. But I am confident. I am confident. But, yeah.
Right, we're going to move on, Adrian, because we've got to go to Scotland and France yet. So we are.
Well, nice talking to you anyway.
We're
Thanks
all
for
over the
mate.
place. But
Cheers,
nice
mate.
one.
Take
See you,
care.
mate. See you on Saturday. Oh no, you're not going.
Oh.
I'm not going. I'm in Belgium.
You're in Belgium. Yeah, that's it. See you on Boxing Day.
Cheers.
Thanks, mate. Yeah. Anyway, so
have we? Oh,
what?
We're playing Rochdale on Saturday, aren't we?
Do you want to do the facts about now?
Should we do the facts about? And then we've got Chris.
I tell you what, let's bring in Graham.
Okay.
Then we'll do facts about. Then we'll bring Chris in.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Graham.
Hi guys.
Are you warm enough up there? What's it like?
It's just frosty. But I'm not having a good week. I was wanting to ask you a couple of questions unrelated to Oldham, if that's okay.
Unrelated?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on then.
You know my Scottish team's Dumbarton?
Yeah, they've gone into administration, haven't they?
Yeah, because the owners apparently buggered off with 1.6 million.
That's not good.
But I was wanting to ask
go on.
But we went through it with the Dallas, remember?
Yeah, we did.
Do you think we ever get that money back, do you think? Or do you think that's gone?
I think an owner is entitled to take the profits of any club, and that's what they do, don't they? And that's why they're their owner. And unfortunately, there's no regulator, is there, at the moment?
Wasn't it profits, or was it like?
No, we own our supporters trust own the rights to the land, right? And the club don't. So he's done a backhand deal apparently, and sold some ground for 1.6 million and put it in a different company in his name and buggered off it.
Right.
So I'm led to believe, but we don't know the ins and outs yet because we're still finding stuff out.
Yeah, I mean, it does put things in perspective, like the old unscrupulous owner situation being behind us now, and you know, it's that's not good. That I'm sorry to hear that.
15-point deduction this year, and if we stay afloat next year, we get an extra 5-point deduction.
Right.
Well, yeah.
That's not good, is it? That's not good at all.
Company House have him terminated as our chairman on the 7th, but we never found out till Monday night about 11 o'clock. The players found out 5 minutes before us. Wow. Because the media told us, not the board, not the trust, the media.
It's horrendous. It's horrendous. You know, we went into administration before, you know, after Chris Moore, and it's just such a sad time. But now we didn't get a 15-point deduction, did we? But now
we were. It was the last.
And
season,
I still hate it. How let's have a club with no money. Let's punish them by taking points off them so they suffer even more. You know, it's just ridiculous. I think it's a really sad time for you, mate. I think, you know, hopefully you'll come through it, and hopefully, you know, if we can help our trust, reach out to the OASF trust at Oldham and get your trust. I don't
trust our trust, to be honest.
Well, no, maybe some of your fans could.
Oh, you mean all right?
And then you could reach out to the Oldham Trust to give their advice.
Well,
the Blackpool Trust helped us. There's a lot of the football trusts who can give you advice in this.
Yeah, look, I mean, look what Push the Boundary did as well. Is that you know they formed and put pressure on their own or our own supporters trust at the time. So there is things that can be done in order to do that. But I mean, look, it's just going to leave a big financial black hole in it in the club, and that's
none of our fans like the trust right now because we believe they should have told us beforehand. But the trust apparently knew, but had to keep stewing or something for legal reasons. So they never told. They never told the body that they represent. Apparently, they kept stewing.
Is there a Dumbarton podcast? Because, you know, obviously, that's what you did to start the podcast at Oldham, didn't you? Maybe you could start something yourself and start gaining some traction that way and getting some fans on side and, you know, model what Matt and Andy did, and then obviously get the phoning going or whatever. I
talked to a few of my friends about what you guys done. What us guys done. And when I say us, I mean Oldham. I don't mean me personally, because like I say, I'm only a fan about 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, but that was it. I mean, because Push the Boundary had started doing all the work, and you know, creating the podcast sort of just helped to sort of get it out to a slightly, you know, a more diverse audience and stuff. And you know, like if you can do something like that, then don't give up on the club, because you know, it's you've got to keep fighting for it, haven't you? It's important, you know.
I'm not going to buy any shirts because we don't trust where the money's going to go for the shirts, but apparently one of our supporters has set up a GoFundMe page. So we're going to do something like that.
Yeah, charity football game.
Yeah.
You know, it's a tough time.
You need some of your fans who are really passionate and really care to really, you know, get stuck in and work hard to try and do whatever needs to be done. And you know, it took a lot of fans and a lot of people doing a lot of stuff in and around Oldham to turn it around. And it's, you know, obviously we're all very grateful for where we are now. But it didn't just happen. It doesn't just happen. Like, you know, it takes people to get involved.
You were on the trust for ages, weren't you? So maybe reach out to Matt on. Are you on Twitter anymore, or you got an email or something?
No, the podcast's on Twitter still. We are.
So
Oldham,
reach out to We Are Oldham, and Matt can direct you and, you know, give you loads of advice, can't you, mate?
Yeah, it's all just the fans have got to get involved, and but it's frustrating when you've got a supporters trust as well, and you don't feel like that they're doing what they need to be doing. It's them that need to be put under pressure as well, especially if you say fans don't particularly like them anyway. Then you've got to challenge it, and you've got to try and make them improve or replace them with other people who are gonna do it.
There's a divide right now. Some of the fans want them gone. Some of the fans think they're the best thing since sliced bread. Me personally, I like them, the people that are on the board, because I've known them for years, but they're decent people. Not saying they're any good on the board, because I don't think I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'd rather just pay money and give them my support rather than... I mean,
it's hard because, you know, I mean, differences in opinion, you know, people are entitled to have different opinions, and it's about trying to work through that and you know, do something that is going to be for the benefit of everybody, hopefully, in the future. So I
hope it works out, Graham. And if you need anything, reach out to Matt.
Yeah, reach out to our supporters trust
just
and all that.
But I mean, I can't fault any of the guys on Saturday. I watched the game; they were all amazing from start to finish, 1-11. I mean, Norwood took his goals well. It's nice to see Stones give him a wee bit of service up top. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a great combo.
That was only a highlight of my week. I mean, that was a highlight of my week. And my Rochdale experience was the first time I had a Wigan kebab when I was at Rochdale for Rochdale Oldham. That was my second game.
Brilliant.
And I accidentally bit into the pie, realising it's going to shoot out, and I shot most of the pie into the hoodie of an Oldham fan in front of me. And it was the way it was circled, it didn't hit the sides, it just went right in the middle. And I was praying the whole game that it didn't rain.
Oh God!
So see we get back to the car. It was starting to spit, and see the fan that had the pie in his hood. He was walking by the car, and I'm slouched down in the car, thinking, please don't look round.
There you go. Well, is that your Rochdale Oldham memory then? Your favourite where he spitting a pie on
because I was so panicking. I turned around after I put the pie in his hood by mistake, and I turned around and missed the goal.
If you were leaving Rochdale and you put your hood up and a pie fell on your head,
Graham apologises.
Graham, and he apologises.
I've been bricking it for years, because it was a couple of years ago when we were in League 2.
Yeah.
Because we'd played Carlisle the week before and we went to that game, and then we were away to Rochdale the week after.
Well, your secret's out now, Graham.
Cheers, Graham. Thanks for the call.
Right, it's time for Facts About Rochdale, Graham.
See you later.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks.
Right, you ready? You ready, Dave?
I am now, yeah.
Just
threw me that one.
We have our Facts About.
Right, let's go. Let's do it. Facts about. Facts about. Facts about, and you find out about
Rochdale.
Rochdale is a small town under the OL postcode, like Ashton.
Manager Jim Nulty is from Runcorn.
Famous Rochdalians include Gracie Fields, Lisa Stansfield, and the disgraced former MP, Knight of the Realm, and prolific sex offender Cyril Smith.
The nickname for Rochdale FC is the Bin Dippers.
Rochdale boasts the highest number of canal locks in the Northern Canal region.
The Rochdale Clock Tower came to the attention of Adolf Hitler, who admired it so much he wanted to ship the building brick by brick to Nazi Germany.
Rochdale's Spotland Stadium capacity is 10,249, approximately 10,000 too big.
Until 2009, Rochdale had never been higher than League Two. They certainly weren't founder members of the Premier League or anything like that.
No, in fact, they reached the League Cup final in 1962, but were beaten in style 4-0 by Norwich City.
Former Latics captain Liam Hogan has given up professional football and now plays for Rochdale.
Facts about, facts about, and you find out about.
Rochdale. We've got one more here, actually. We have to read this one now. In Rochdale, your father is your brother,
Your
sister is your mother. They all love one another.
It's the Rochdale family.
Anyway, so
There
there's
we
some
go.
facts about Rochdale. Some of them may have been more factual.
No, they're
than
all facts.
others.
100% true,
100%
as per Wikipedia.
true. Yeah, so there you go. Facts about.
Disgrace right out of the realm.
Oh, I forgot that Dogdale fans wash once a year.
Nice.
And presumably that's at Christmas. So
Oh dear God, borderline.
borderline. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, yeah,
Some of them were borderline funny,
and
but
yeah.
not really.
borderline
Anyway, let's
slanderous.
go.
It's a
Let's speaking of borders,
Vive la France.
let's cross the channel into France.
Here he is.
Good evening, lads. How are you?
All right. All
I'm
right.
all
Yeah.
right, I'm grand,
You know
I'm
what?
grand.
Every time you come on it, I always wonder how much you sound so much more French and less Oldham every time you come on, Chris.
Oh, that's because I've got this great French accent.
No, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, listen, a couple of things. I mean, firstly, if he was right about what he said about Norwood, the last time he scored a hat trick was actually for Forest Green in 2011, I think it was. So, something like 2012. It was a long time ago, yes, over 10 years ago. So he was right about that.
Yeah.
Hey,
Wow.
last show was brilliant. This new fact thing is it is borderline, but it's very funny. And this week was even better. I'm glad you mentioned Cyril Smith. Anyway, that was really good of you to mention him and bring him up as a.
Yeah. Well, he's just he's infamous, isn't he? He's well known
For all the wrong
reasons, but you know.
Oh yeah. I mean, Rochdale. I remember going to Rochdale once and seeing a train exhibition in the town hall, and that was probably the best thing I've seen at Rochdale, apart from the football, obviously up there. But yeah.
Well, I believe that the Medicine Tap pub is closed. Is it?
Yeah, shut down.
That was a great pint of Guinness in there. You know,
Ooh.
that's a shame.
Well, don't worry, we'll find another one.
Anyway, reason I wanted to follow up, is there any coincidence you think that Josh Stones is back in the team last week on the starting lineup, and Mr. Norwood wasn't half on fire last week, wasn't he? He really played. Them two just seem to complement each other so well. I mean, Josh Stones is like he's the full package. He's fast. He's a bit aggressive, but I think he pushes the limits with the referees. But he's physical. But he tries to stay on the right side of the law. But I think he was unlucky to get booked last week and get taken off, I think, by him. He wouldn't have got subbed, I don't think, had he not been booked. I think Mellons did a masterstroke by subbing him. Because we've seen it before with Fondop getting subbed, not getting subbed and getting red carded for a second yellow. But last week I thought it was a great call by Mellons. But I think it was absolutely superb last week. And I think the fact that when Stones is back, Norwood's so much better. So much better. And that's not against Mike Fondop, because Mike Fondop's been great this season. Sorry.
Yeah.
Actually, when Fondop came on as a sub on Saturday, I thought him and his link-up play with Norwood was actually pretty good. They it's different sort of. I mean, Andy will say it a lot on the podcast that, like Stones' touch and stuff like that is much better than Fondop's, first touch and getting the ball under control and things like that. Fondop's all about power, persistence, nuisance, and he does show some, but he tends to be that instinctive side with Fondop. But I thought he did well when he came on. But yeah, Stones is just.
He's going to be well up for it on Saturday.
It'd be so good if we could sign him permanently. I think that would be a really, really. I mean, because he's the kind of player then that hopefully can go through, the divisions and having that experience and the composure. Because he's, the goal that he scored, the first goal with it was all about composure, wasn't it? He had all the time in the world in the box, but we've seen what happens when other players, like unfortunately, like Fondop's had when he's had all the time in the world. You know, it sometimes is a curse for some players, isn't it? But Norwood just strokes it in, no bother. Same against Tranmere when he had that, when he just put it in the corner. So
yeah, it's and Klukas as well. He's a big time player, and he's been in front of 40,000 people in the likes of Swansea versus Cardiff. So this sort of derby, I think he'll be ready for it. Hello.
Yeah, you went off a bit. Sorry. Yeah, no, it's all back.
I think Klukas is going to be ready for this one. I think Klukas is going to be the calming influence a little bit, you know, to settle the players down as well, the likes of Stones and the younger players.
This is why, you know, as we've got to this point in the season now, and we've played nearly everybody, and we're able to assess, you know, who's what and what's what. It's great English there from me. We've made additions into this squad that are so good. We've got a chance because this squad's getting better and the performances are getting better. And Klukas is going to make a massive difference. He's guaranteed to the end of the season. If we can get Stones to the end of the season, I think those two, and with the improvements that we've seen from Lundstrom, and hopefully now Kay is going to come back with some confidence, and Charles is yet to come back. You know, I think that we've got a real chance.
Well, we're a different animal this year, I think. I mean, like you say, Lundstrom, I'll be honest with you, last year, I'd probably let him go in the summer, but I'm so glad he stayed because he's like a new signing. He's absolutely class, that lad, this year. He's been a revelation, Lundstrom. I mean, even Klukas said that he's the engine of the midfield. So, I mean, if Klukas is giving him compliments like that really is high praise indeed from somebody who's a calibre like Klukas. Anyway, moving on to my Rochdale part. My best memory of Rochdale was actually last season when I was watching, obviously on the TV as usual, because I live in France, as you know. And it was when we was 2-0 up and they pulled it back to 2-2, and the Club Foot Valley Brigade started singing "You're Not Singing Anymore," just as Norwood slotted the third goal past the keeper. Pretty good. Yeah. They all went quiet, really, didn't it? And all of a sudden. But no, it was good. Another thing I'd like to mention, our French group, we actually having our first get together on the 14th, which is the day before your Christmas party. Yeah. Christmas party. We're having a get together to one of the lads who's got a bit of a chateau complex thing, I think, up in the north of France, and we're all going up there on the 14th, staying overnight, and we're watching the Wheelstone game. So hopefully we'll see how this week.
Can we not do our Christmas party there?
Oh, that'd be well. Thanks for the invite, Chris. Although you know, we do this
service. Listen, I'm not going to tell you his name. He's called Robin. Yeah, he's been on the podcast. I'll tell him to. He'll tell you what. He'll invite you. Go anytime you want. I'm sure he's a good lad. He sounds like. So one of the lads we're picking up from Wren. He's staying here overnight, and then we're driving up there, and then so it'll be grand. The wives are going, and should be fun.
Sounds good.
We're having our own party.
Very good. Very good.
But your party will be all wine and cheese, won't it?
Berets.
And all that. We'll be drinking beer.
You're like Frank Spencer's.
Well, my wife just shouted gin then because he's just a gin swiller.
Fair enough.
I think we'll win on Saturday, by the way. I think we'll win 3-2. I think it will be a bit of a basketball game. It'll be a nervous job. Hope it's not going to be 16 minutes added time again, that's for sure.
Just for our fans who are thinking to be idiots, don't bring flares because there's going to be young children there and they can get on the chest. Hence why I'm not taking my son because he had a really bad chest as a baby, and it's just not needed. Flares going in the home end, just behave, and so it doesn't ruin the day because it's just a game of football, for good crying out loud.
Yeah, I mean, I hope it's pretty raucous and pretty rowdy, but on the right side of it, because it's like that's what makes Rochdale
got a bit touch and go last year. They were going a bit too far last year with the a bit Chesterfield, weren't it? Like egging each other on, a bit physical, a bit near the last year. And I mean, we can all have a joke, can't we? But it's a bit of banter as well. We're not 1970s anymore, it's gone all that crap, hasn't it? So
just stay off the pitch as well, because we end up getting fined as well, don't we? So
well, listen, we can leave the pitch now for the players because we've got some decent stuff in it. We used to have some right shite on the pitch. That's why the fans do on the pitch, because you're better than half the players. The players we've had to put up with in the past. So, hey, listen, we've got tomorrow. I think this is our season. I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to win the league. I really do. I think we're going to do it. So.
I bloody hope so.
Oh, we are. We're going to do it. Yeah, we'll have a big piss up in France next year, mate. We can all get together.
Oh, Chateau Robin.
Whereabouts in France are you?
I'm in just between Rennes and Nantes. It's just north of a place called Chateaubriand. You've heard of Chateaubriand for the steak, obviously. They don't do Chateaubriand beef paste. They do Chateaubriand steak.
Chateaubriand.
We're 12 kilometres.
It's la pâte à boeuf, actually, not beef paste in France. It's la pâte à
boeuf. No, it's the caca de sham. This dog shit.
Fair enough.
Sorry, mate.
It's all right.
Hey, yo, by the way, why were you on about sticking beef paste up your ass because you had COVID? What were all that about?
That's smart. That was smart.
Yeah, apparently but not for the COVID. What were all that about?
It's a new vaccine that everybody wants.
Sometimes when you've just got to keep speaking, you say the weird things.
Yeah.
You know,
She comes up with Twitter. What are you doing next? Right. Great phone as usual. The last few have been absolutely I've enjoyed them. They've been fantastic.
Thanks for lowering the tone, Chris, as ever.
Okay. Me, lads. Yeah. All the best, yeah. 3 points on Saturday.
And we'll see you at the Chateau.
Yeah, you see, with the beat. Battle the birth, whatever he's bringing up to him. All right. See you, fellas.
See you later. They don't let you have beef paste in France. You have to smuggle it in up your bum. That's how I've got. I'm glad he mentioned the Quizmas party because I'd forgotten about it, and we need to mention it.
Yeah.
Right. So look. We've made a decision, an executive decision, due to ticket sales being not as we would have hoped.
Yeah.
So we've reduced the price to £10. If you've bought, and what that means is we're not doing food, right? Because we want to give prizes away, we want to give cash prize for the quiz and all that, and we've got Dave coming to do his own athletic songs, and we like to give people a few quid if they come out. So we're not trying to get rich off this, but we do need to try and generate some revenue so we can pay for things. But we can't afford to do the food. So if you've already bought a ticket at full price, we'll refund you the difference. Unless you kindly tell us not to. But we'll do you a refund, obviously. So tickets are a tenner, but if you buy four, if you buy four, you get them for the price of three. So you get them for even less than a tenner. We're working on getting some Latics legends there and stuff like that. It's on Sunday, the 15th of December. And we'd really like to see you there because it will be a laugh. If you've been to any of our things before, you'll know that they are good fun. So, we are scrapping the pie because that's £6.50 a head. And
pie.
So anyway, so we're doing that.
Quiz.
It's just
fun,
quiz,
music, love. Whatever you want it to be.
Song and dance and all that. Come on.
Get your tickets.
Get your tickets.
Come on. Bloody hell,
it'll be fun. We'll watch Latics win at home on the Saturday against Wilston, and then we'll get into Billingtons and have a right good laugh.
Yeah.
Should I tell you what my favourite Rochdale memory is?
Go on,
and unfortunately, it does involve smoke bombs. But
does it?
It was.
Did it go up your bum again? No. Okay.
No. Where smoke gets up your bum. It was a couple of seasons ago, when Abdallah came over.
Oh yeah.
And we were bottom of the league, or I think we were bottom or nearly bottom. And it was 0-0 at half time. We went into the concourse underneath to get a pint and a pie, whatever. Yeah. And it was just mental. Like the singing and the people were letting the smoke off, and it is horrible, but and just the atmosphere in there was just like the club was on its arse, and we were bottom of the league, and we were 0-0. But there was just the energy and the atmosphere was absolutely fantastic. And it was just like, you know what, this club is a long way from done. Yeah. If we can be in this situation where we're bottom of the league, and it's as good as this, then that was a brilliant moment. That it really was.
My favourite memory was my daughter's first away game, and it was a bit concerning because everyone had been on it, and she was a bit nervous. Yeah. But Keela Davis-Dunn came up with the goods. Was it just before half time, or just after half? No, it was just after half time where he just edged the area, bent it round, and it was just pandemonium.
Yeah.
It was just brilliant, and it was just like the first away game for your daughter. And, unfortunately, my wife has said no to my 7-year-old because she was about 9 at the time. But yeah, my son, I'm gutted that he can't come. He's gutted he can't come a weekend, but I think it's going to be too cold. It's going to be a bit leery. But there'll be other times. So yeah, he'll be there in spirit and cheering us on. But,
my 2 nephews are coming on Saturday. It's their first Rochdale away.
Are they meeting us at the Regal Moon at 7:30?
Yeah. 7:30.
All right, 15:15.
What time's it open?
7.
7? Does it?
Jesus. It's gonna be a
I'm
boozy day.
not going to be in there that early. I can assure you of that.
All right, 20 past.
I'm not. No, but I'll be getting out early-ish. I mean, you can get for a couple of. I would have liked to go into that medicine tap for that Guinness again. I can't believe they shot that.
Well,
really
there is a pub. I'm not going to say it on here because I don't want all the bloody fans going, but I will text you a pub that does serve food as well as beer. But it depends what time it opens. But a bit of a rumour it might be open early.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, but if the GMP are watching, it isn't. So yeah. It'll be interesting. It's going to be good. It's going to win.
It's going to be mint. Buy some tickets for the Christmas party, will you? Go to the shop, weareoldham.co.uk/shop. It will be, I guarantee, be the best tenner you've ever spent.
Yeah, and the best quiz you've ever been to, ever.
Yeah, it's going to be a brilliant quiz. So please do that, or we'll have to cancel it.
It'll be all your fault.
Right, so we're going to close the show now, Dave.
Yeah, let's close.
We've got to that time.
It is bedtime.
So it was good to know a lot more people involved because there's no Champions League.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so we were thinking. We were thinking about maybe moving the show to a Thursday. So
from the new year onwards.
Yeah. So give us your thoughts. We like it on a Wednesday because when we play on a Tuesday, you play the straight after, the night after. But a lot of people watch the football on a Wednesday night. So it's something to think about.
We were originally a Thursday show, then we changed to a Wednesday because of the Tuesday game. But I think the Thursday, go back to the Thursday.
Could do. Or maybe if we play on the Tuesday, we could do the following on a Wednesday. Oh, I don't know.
Too much for this.
Too much time of night.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Someone's saying Wednesday is better.
MS.
Is Wednesday better for you?
Mark Shelton there.
Personally, or just in general?
Mark Shelton.
That's the thing,
that was
isn't
Mark
it?
Shelton there.
Yeah, Mark Shelton. Right. Thanks very much for participating and watching, and we'll see you in the away end if you're lucky enough to have a ticket.
Or the home end.
Right. On Saturday.
No, don't go in the home end.
Bonsoir.
Hey Dave, did you know that listeners can now buy us a coffee or any other kind of hot beverage? What's your favourite hot beverage, Dave?
A macchiato.
And how do you like your macchiato?
Black with lots of milk. Oh.
No cream?
No.
Well, if you want to buy Dave a
macchiato,
then go to buymeacoffee.com/weareoldham. I'll just have a Nescafe.
Oh. Thank you, listeners.